A desperate 911 call breaks the morning quiet in a peaceful Savannah neighborhood. A young mother, shot multiple times, has somehow managed to reach a neighbor's doorstep. Through labored breaths, she tells a horrifying tale. Someone she trusted, a woman she met in an online mommy group, has just shot her and kidnapped her 6-week-old twin boys. As first responders race to the scene, the clock begins ticking. Will they find the newborn twins before it's too late? What drives a woman to befriend a new mother, gain her trust over months, then attempt to murder her and steal her babies? Tonight, we reveal the shocking truth behind one of the most disturbing cases of infant abduction in recent memory. Stories like Gabrielle's need to be told. They remind us of both the darkness that exists in our world and the incredible resilience of the human spirit. At Law and Crime Stories, we believe that giving voice to survivors honors their courage and helps prevent future tragedies. By subscribing to our channel, you become part of a community that stands witness to these important stories, ensuring that victims are never forgotten and their journeys through trauma and healing are acknowledged with the dignity they deserve. Your subscription isn't just about accessing content. It's about standing in solidarity with survivors like Gabrielle, who fought against impossible odds. Subscribe today and help us continue to shine light on stories that matter.
I was in the house and somebody banged. They didn't ring the doorbell at first. They just started banging, like something like the police. But, and I'm trying to get to the door because I'm way down in the den with my youngins. And by that time, I guess she figured to hit the doorbell, so she actually hit the doorbell. And when I came out, she was right there. She's like, I got shot, I got shot, I got shot. They took my kids, they took my kids. She was just panicking. And so she sat down on my bench for a few minutes. Then she laid back, and then she got up again, and she kept saying, Catherine, Catherine. And I said, you know, because I called 911 while I was talking to her. She said, call 911. I'd be shot. I said, where you been shot? Because I didn't see it at first. She goes, in my ear. And you could see her ear was like whatever. Right. And so I kept talking to her, trying to keep her coherent, because I know I don't want her to pass out on me. Well, obviously, she did pass out before you guys got here. So I don't know anything. I never heard no shots. She just came to my door, because I guess she don't have a phone over there.
On May 11th, 2021, 23-year-old Gabrielle Rogers was home with her 6-week-old twin boys, Matteo and Lorenzo. The exhausted new mother had been navigating the challenges of caring for newborn twins when she connected with a woman named Kathleen Daniels through an online support group for mothers. Over several months, Daniels had become what appeared to be a genuine friend. She had visited Gabrielle in the hospital after she gave birth, brought formula and baby supplies to her home, and even joined her for a picnic at the park just days before the attack. By all accounts, Daniels had methodically built trust, positioning herself as a supportive presence in the young mother's life. What Gabrielle couldn't have known was that Kathleen Daniels was actually an alias. The woman who had worked her way into her life was really Angela Montgomery, and she had been harboring sinister intentions all along. That morning, Montgomery arrived at Gabrielle's home under the pretense of another friendly visit. Once inside, the facade of friendship instantly shattered. Montgomery attacked from behind, wrapping a phone charger cord around Gabrielle's throat in an attempt to strangle her. Gabrielle managed to break free from the cord, but as she tried to reach her babies, Montgomery pulled out a gun. In the chaos that followed, 3 shots rang out. Gabrielle was struck in the head near her right temple, in her chest just below her left breast, and in her right thigh. As she lay bleeding, Montgomery seized the twin boys and fled the scene. Despite catastrophic injuries that would have incapacitated most people, what happened next demonstrates the extraordinary power processing the horrific scene at her home. Inside Gabrielle's residence, officers discovered a living room floor covered in blood, with a baby car seat sitting in the middle of the carnage. Family members arrived, including Gabrielle's sister, who was overcome with emotion upon learning what had happened.
What happened to her? What do you mean she was shot?
Oh, 1 second. Let her explain.
She got to explain it to you, man.
While medical personnel fought to save Gabrielle's life, police launched an urgent search for the missing infants. The Savannah Police Department immediately prioritized finding the 6-week-old twins. Working with the information Gabrielle had provided about Kathleen Daniels, investigators quickly discovered that this was an alias. The woman they were actually looking for was Angela Montgomery. As detectives dug deeper into Montgomery's background, they began piecing together a disturbing motive. It appeared Montgomery had told her fiancé and family that she was pregnant, but in reality, she had either miscarried or had fabricated the pregnancy entirely. Rather than admit the truth, she had methodically planned to steal Gabrielle's twins and pass them off as her own. Hours into the investigation, police traced Montgomery to her home address. When officers arrived, they encountered Montgomery's mother, who made a startling revelation. She believed the babies were actually her daughters. Montgomery had apparently told her own mother that the kidnapped twins were her biological children, further demonstrating the elaborate web of deception she had created. After securing the location, officers made their way through Montgomery's home, where they discovered both twin boys alive and unharmed. It had been several hours since the infants were taken from their mother, but miraculously they appeared to be well.
Y'all know whose babies those were?
My daughter's.
What's your daughter's name?
Angela.
Those are Angela's babies? Are you sure?
Yeah.
You sure Angela didn't lose her babies?
If she did, I
She never told you? Okay. But you think those are Angela's babies?
That's what she said.
Is that the first time you've seen those babies?
Yes.
Back seat, front seat. You okay if I send?
Yep, you are absolutely good.
I'm gonna mark you up that intersection and walk off your car.
Your thing.
Hey, babies. All right. All right. Hey, darling. Hey, darling.
Somebody advised we have both babies. That's all one. Somebody advised we have both.
We have both. We have both.
For the responding officers, finding the babies alive brought a wave of relief in what had been a day filled with horror. As the twins were safely transported from the scene, investigators turned their attention to Angela Montgomery herself. During interrogation, Montgomery initially claimed she had suffered a miscarriage and had planned to tell her fiancé that very morning. But as questioning continued, her story began to unravel in bizarre fashion. Montgomery introduced a new element to her narrative, a supposed twin sister named Destiny. She claimed this sister had called her, instructing her to go to Gabrielle's address. Montgomery implied that Destiny might be responsible for the shooting, not her. Investigators would later determine that this twin sister did not exist. It was simply another fabrication in Montgomery's desperate attempt to avoid responsibility.
I woke up this morning with plans to tell my fiance that I'm not, that I miscarried.
Okay.
Who's your fiance?
Dale Foster. Do I have to say the names? I'm sorry.
No, we just
No,
want to make sure
it's the
we're
same
talking
guy.
about the same people.
Okay, yeah. That's when my day started. I swear on everything I love. I got a call. You can check my phone if you have it. It was from Destiny, and
From who?
her name's Destiny.
Destiny?
Her name on her driver's license reads Destiny Scott 2598. She's a New York driver's license.
Okay.
And I don't know the numbers.
Okay.
I got a call telling me to come to Gabby's address. And I did.
Okay.
By the time I showed up there,
Uh-huh.
I promise I just drove off. I didn't even, I was driving my sedan this morning.
Uh-huh.
I saw everything that was on the thing, and I knew for a fact I'm not opposed to, I knew whose kids came into the house. The first time I ever saw those kids this morning was at the St. Joseph's.
Uh-huh.
That's where I saw them. Now, did my gut tell me that it was Gabby's kid and Gabby probably didn't just let this go? Maybe. Honestly, Gabby was friendly, sorry. I don't know what I thought. But I didn't ask any questions. And I said, what do you want me to do?
Meanwhile, at the hospital, despite fighting for her life, Gabrielle Rogers remained conscious enough to positively identify Angela Montgomery as her attacker when shown a photo. In the days that followed, as she began her recovery, Gabrielle provided investigators with more details about the attack. She recalled Montgomery's chilling words during the assault. "I'm taking the boys. I'm taking the boys." When Gabrielle protested that these were her children, Montgomery coldly responded, "They're not yours." It was clear that Montgomery had not acted on impulse. This was a premeditated crime that had been months in the making. The physical evidence at the scene, combined with Gabrielle's testimony and the discovery of the twins in Montgomery's home, left little doubt about her guilt. Nearly 2 years after the attack, in early 2023, Angela Montgomery pleaded guilty to charges of aggravated assault. Today, Matteo and Lorenzo are healthy, growing boys with no memory of the terrifying events of that day in May 2021. They'll grow up knowing the extraordinary lengths their mother went to in order to save them, how she fought through injuries that should have been fatal, driven by the purest form of love. The case of Gabrielle Rogers serves as a stark reminder of the potential dangers that can lurk behind online relationships, even those formed in seemingly safe spaces, like support groups for new mothers. But more powerfully, it stands as a testament to a mother's instinct to protect her children at all costs. Shot in the head, chest, and leg, bleeding profusely, her babies stolen, yet she fought. For them, for herself, for justice. These are the stories that need to be told. The raw, unfiltered truth about both the darkness in our world and the light that overcomes it. If Gabrielle's incredible story of survival touched something in you today, don't let this be the end. Subscribe now to Law and Crime Stories. Every subscription helps us continue our mission to shine light on these critical stories and give voice to victims who deserve to be heard. Join our community of truth seekers today, because some stories, like Gabrielle's, simply must be told.